This is ChatGPT, an AI chatbot that was designed to help humans with a variety of tasks, making them both easier and more efficient. As someone that suffers with both decision fatigue and extreme procrastination, this sounds brilliant, but does it actually work? There's only one way to find out.
Hi ChatGPT, I'm filming a YouTube video where every decision that I make today has got to be decided by AI. Can I use you to help with making this video?
That sounds like a fun idea. Absolutely. I'd love to help with that. What decisions do you need to make today?
Brilliant, thanks for your help. Well, it is 5 to 9 in the morning and I've just woken up. What do you suggest I do to start off my day?
How about we start with a quick stretch or some light exercise to wake you up? After that, we could plan a healthy breakfast. What do you think?
Yep, sounds good. You know, I wouldn't usually start the day off doing stretches, but honestly, feeling a bit loose, a bit limber, it's definitely woken me up a bit already. So ChatGPT is off to a good start with recommending our choices. But we've done the stretches now, let's see what AI suggests that we do next. Hi ChatGPT, I have done those stretches that you recommended. They definitely helped out. I'm feeling a lot more limber and awake, ready to go for the day now, so thanks for that. Now, I think you recommended breakfast after some stretches, so what do you suggest that I have for breakfast today then?
Protein porridge could be a great choice. You can make it by cooking oats with your favourite plant-based milk, then add a scoop of protein powder and some fruit like berries or banana on top. It's filling and will keep you energised for the day ahead. Enjoy!
Sounds like a good plan. Only issue there, I don't currently have any plant-based milk in the house, so what do you suggest that I do instead?
No worries. You can make protein porridge with water instead of plant-based milk. Just cook the oats with water, then stir in your protein powder once they're done. You can still add fruit or a nut butter for extra flavour and nutrients.
Honestly, the idea of having porridge with water sounds pretty disgusting. I always use soy milk, but as I said, don't have any in. But that's not my decision today. AI said we're making it with water, so I guess we're making it with water. Let's go cook some breakfast. Here is our AI prepared breakfast. Well, not prepared, suggested AI breakfast. I'll start to cook it myself. So in here we've got, like ChatGPT suggested, we've got protein porridge with some fruit on for toppings. I've got banana and blueberries. We've got Biscoff protein powder, some porridge oats, and water. Really not sure how I'm going to feel about this, but let's give it a try anyway. Okay, so it's not actually that terrible. Definitely prefer it with milk over with water. But I am going to eat it. It is tolerable, but I don't think I'd recommend it again. Anyway, I'm going to finish this breakfast and then we're going to see what AI's got planned for us for the rest of the day. So I've just finished my breakfast that had been decided by AI. Now time to get ready for the rest of the day. I actually don't have any plans as of yet because that is ultimately not up to me to decide what I'm doing. But I am still in my pajamas, so I do need to get dressed. So let's find out what today's outfit's going to be. Hi ChatGPT. I've just finished my breakfast. I now need to get dressed. I'm still currently in my pajamas. What should I wear today?
Hey there. If you're heading out, maybe opt for something comfortable yet stylish, like jeans and a casual top.
There we go, jeans and a top. That's today's outfit. Let's go get it on. Not too shabby. I mean, look, this is pretty much the sort of thing that I would wear most just like casual day-to-day outfit anyway. Other than the fact that the t-shirt's creased, which, let's be honest, that's not ChatGPT's fault, that's due to my lack of earning iron. What are we going to do for accessories? 1 minute. Thanks for the outfit recommendation, ChatGPT. I am wearing a pair of jeans and a casual t-shirt. However, would you recommend to wear any accessories with this outfit?
A simple watch, a casual hat, or a cool pair of sneakers can really elevate your outfit.
Alright, so I've already got my Apple Watch on. We're going to go for the Nike Air Force and a basic black cap. Alright, and so here is our AI chosen outfit of the day. Pretty much just the sort of thing I would wear just casually day to day anyway. Obviously, these are my clothes, but I think it's done a pretty good job at just recommending pairing a few different things together. Overall, not mad at it, but let's see what AI's got in store for us for the rest of the day. Okay, so a bit of a problem. Because I have got the absolute memory of a goldfish, I kind of forgot that I do actually have plans-ish today. I've actually not been able to use my car for the last 2 months because it's been broken and I couldn't afford to put it through an MOT. However, car got fixed yesterday, so today we have got it booked in for a MOT retest, and I actually have to take it there in about 25 minutes. But obviously I don't get to choose if I can do that today. So I better ask for permission and see if AI decides that we can take the car for an MOT test or not. ChatGPT, I've just remembered I've got my car booked in for an MOT test this morning. Obviously I would normally just take it, but you're making all of my decisions today, and so it's up to you. Should I take my car for the MOT that is booked, or should I skip over it and do something else instead?
Since it's already booked, I'd recommend taking your car for the MOT. It's important to keep your car in good condition and avoid any potential fines or safety issues. Afterward, you can enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, brilliant. So ChatGPT has told us to go to the MOT appointment, so let's grab the car keys, head out to the MOT, and then we'll see what fun activities it can recommend for us to do this afternoon. I am back home now, and things haven't quite gone to plan. As you will be able to hear, I am losing my voice a little bit. I got back from taking my car to the MOT, and I wasn't feeling all that great, so I decided to just have a nap for an hour or two. I slept for about 18 hours. I've also woken up with my voice being like this. So full disclosure, it is now the next day and I feel absolutely dreadful. And as if that wasn't bad enough, my car also failed its retest, so I still don't have my vehicle and I feel like death. But here on the Kairan More channel, I am an absolute professional, so I'm still going to finish this video even if it kills me. It is getting on a little bit now in the afternoon, but AI is still going to be making all the decisions for me in this video. So without further ado, let's see what we're getting up to today. ChatGPT. I've just got back from taking my car to its MOT. However, it has failed. Now, this has left me feeling a little bit down, but you're making all my decisions for me today. So what do you suggest I do this afternoon to cheer myself up?
I'm sorry to hear about the MOT. How about treating yourself to a little getaway? A trip to a nearby city could be a great way to lift your spirits and explore somewhere new for a change of pace.
Okay, I like the sound of that, but where do you suggest that I go for this city visit?
You could explore the historic York Minster, take a walk along the city walls, or visit the National Railway Museum for some fascinating exhibits. Scarborough's Castle and Beach are also great choices. But Leeds is always a fantastic option for vibrant city life, great shopping, and a rich cultural scene.
Great. Sounds like it's Leeds that it is then, but how am I going to get there? I don't currently have access to my car.
You can purchase train tickets from Hull to Leeds without an account. Visit the TransPennine Express website to view schedules and buy tickets directly.
Right, so it looks like AI has decided that I'm heading to Leeds for the day. But am I just going for the day, or are we making it an overnight trip? Let's ask. Okay, ChatGPT, so you've suggested that I go to Leeds for the day. Now, am I making that just a day trip, or should I stay overnight?
I'd suggest staying overnight. It'll give you more time to explore Leeds without rushing. You could book a hotel like a Travelodge to keep things simple and comfortable.
Right, so AI has decided what we're doing for the day. Looks like I'm heading to Leeds on the train and staying in a travel lodge. So I better get on my phone and start looking at booking some of those stuff because it's getting on a bit now. Right, so I'm just on my phone right now looking for the trains. It looks like the next one I'm going to be able to get isn't until 8 o'clock. So we're going to book the train heading to Leeds for 8 o'clock, getting there for about 9. And then we're staying overnight, so I need to book a return trip for tomorrow. And then we can have a look at booking ourselves a travel lodge. So that is the train booked for 8 o'clock. Now I need to try and find myself a hotel. Although I've just realised ChatGPT suggested that we have to book a travel lodge. So one, hopefully there's a travel lodge available. And two, I hope it's not just screwed me over and it's going to be really expensive. So we've got a travel lodge, Leeds Central. For one night, it is £31. That's not too bad, so we'll go ahead and book that one. And there is the hotel booked as well. So that is both the train and hotel booked, like AI said. But I need to get a move on because I've got about an hour now to get to the train station. So
That was convenient. Let's go to Leeds.
I definitely didn't just use the power of editing to make it look like I went from one place straight to the other whilst actually having a 2-hour gap between the last two clips and then stressing out and nearly missing the train. Conductor's just been passed and checked tickets, and I am actually on the right train this time. Got a bit of PTSD after the last journey that I took, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can click this video to find out. I've just come out of the train station behind me there, and I want to head straight to the hotel and check in. But remember, it's not my decision. So, time to ask AI what we're going to be doing. ChatGPT, I've just arrived in Leeds. Should I head straight to my hotel or not?
Welcome to Leeds. If you have some time, you could explore a bit before checking in. Leeds has a lot to offer, like the Leeds City Museum or the beautiful Roundhay Park. If you feel up for a little adventure, you could start with a quick stroll around the city centre. You could visit the Leeds Corn Exchange or grab a coffee at a local cafe.
ChatGPT, it is 9:15, so there is no coffee shops open and the Corn Exchange isn't open either. So what should I do in this situation?
No worries. Since it's late, you might want to head to your hotel to check in and unwind. Once you're settled, you can always plan some activities for tomorrow.
There we go. ChatGPT said to head to the hotel, so let's get going. Hiya, can I check in, please?
Last name?
More. So, as instructed by AI, I've just arrived to the hotel, got off the train, come and checked straight in. Now, it is quite late already, but I'm sure there's something we can do. But that's not my decision, is it? So, let's ask our friend ChatGPT. ChatGPT, I'm in Leeds, I've just checked into my hotel, the time is 9:30 in the evening. What is something that I can do tonight?
Welcome to Leeds. Since it's already quite late, you might want to consider a relaxing evening. You could find a cozy cafe or bar nearby for a drink or a light bite. Another option is to take a short walk around the city centre to enjoy the evening atmosphere. If you prefer a quiet night, you can relax at your hotel and rest up for tomorrow. Enjoy your evening.
Are there any bars that you can recommend that I visit?
In Leeds, several bars stay open late. For instance, Call Lane Social and Tiki Hideaway are open until 4 a.m. on weekends, as reported by Leeds List. Additionally, Rita's Cocktail Bar on Woodhouse Lane is open until 3 a.m. daily, according to their website. Enjoy your night out.
Right, so ChatGPT has given us a couple of options there. We've got going for a walk around the city, having a drink in a bar, and grabbing a bite to eat. So why don't we do them all? Let's head out and go for a walk around the city and see what we can find. So even though ChatGPT recommended going to like a cafe or something, I've just come out for a walk around the city, and after doing a bit of Googling, it turns out that there's actually nowhere really open tonight because it's a Sunday and everything has closed by 10. It's like literally 5 past, so I've just missed out on everything. But it did also say about going to a nice bar for something to drink. I don't have nice bar money, but what I do have is Wetherspoons money, so I'm going to head to Wetherspoons and grab myself a cocktail. I found myself a nice little table upstairs. I've got like an upper balcony in this Wetherspoons, and then the waitress came up and told me that I had to move because they was closing the upstairs. So now I'm sat in a corner all on my own. I'm in Leeds, so I had to get a strawberry daiquiri, Ed Chapman's favourite. Shout out to Ed. Been for my drink, now I'm going to go see what Leeds has to offer at night time. There's no cafes open at night time, so Taco Bell counts, right? I've just got back to the hotel room, and to be honest, I'm absolutely shattered. So I'm going to have my Taco Bell and go straight to bed. We'll see what AI's got in store for us in the morning. Morning. It's not a good one. I've barely slept all night. Could definitely do with a coffee this morning, but that's not up to me, is it? So I'm gonna get dressed, see if we're allowed to have some caffeine. ChatGPT, I've just woke up. I'm still in Leeds. The weather today is meant to be about 19 degrees. I've got a pair of jeans and a pair of shorts with me. I have also got a jumper. What should I wear today? I want you to tell me.
Good morning. With the weather around 19 degrees in Leeds, it sounds like a mild and comfortable day. Since you have jeans and shorts, I'd recommend wearing the jeans with a t-shirt.
Jeans and a t-shirt it is. Let's get dressed and then see if we can head out for some breakfast. I've just left the hotel room and realised that I've actually got about 6 or 7 hours before catching my train back home. Now, this bag is incredibly heavy. I've got all my camera gear in here, MacBook, everything. But fortunately for me, I remembered the travel lodge offers to look after your bags while you go out. Unfortunately for me, it's not my decision whether I get to do that or not. ChatGPT, I'm checking out of my hotel and I've got a really heavy bag with me. Should I carry it with me all day or should I leave it at the hotel to come back and pick up later?
If it's safe to leave your bag at the hotel and you can easily pick it up later, that might be more convenient. This way, you won't have to carry the heavy bag around all day.
There we go, we've got permission to leave the bag, that's what we're doing. So that's the bag situation dealt with. Now let's see if we can do anything about getting caffeinated. ChatGPT, as I mentioned this morning, I am extremely tired and fatigued. Could really do with a cup of coffee. Is it all right to go and get one?
Absolutely. Going to a place like Costa or Starbucks for a coffee sounds like a great idea.
Thank you very much, ChatGPT. Looks like we're heading to Costa. Can I please get a large vanilla soy latte? Hopefully this gives me the pick me up that I need this morning. Definitely didn't sleep well enough for this last night. It's so loud in Costa right now. You make the decision not to have children as an adult because you don't want to deal with them, and then it's basically like being in a creche here. There's about 17 kids, all screaming. It's brilliant. But so far, I think AI's done an alright job at, making all my decisions for me for the day. Nothing's gone horribly wrong, but also nothing's been that interesting. So I've had a bit of a thought, and once I've finished up with this coffee, I'm going to let you know what that thought is. I'm here outside of Good Boy Burger, and as I said while I was having my coffee, I've had a bit of an idea on how to do the rest of this video. So AI seems to be able to make small daily decisions quite easily, but as I mentioned, nothing up to now has been that interesting. So the thought that I had is, what if I got ChatGPT to give me some dares to do while I'm here in Leeds? I've still got about 5 hours before the train and not a whole lot of stuff to do. So I'm going to ask AI to give me some dares and challenges that I can complete over the rest of the day. ChatGPT, I'm still in Leeds. I've got about 5 hours to kill before going to get my train. I would like you to give me 3 dares or challenges to complete whilst I'm in the city.
That sounds like a fun way to spend your time. Here are 3 challenges you could try in Leeds. 1. Local food adventure. Find a small local cafe or eatery and try something you've never had before. 2. Photo scavenger hunt. Create a list of things to find and photograph around the city. 3. Public transport challenge. Take a bus or tram to a random stop and explore that area for an hour.
Right, there we go. So AI has given us our 3 challenges, and just in time, I am actually quite hungry. So I'm going to head over to the food market and see if I can grab myself a weird and different lunch that I've never had before. So challenge number 1 was to get myself something from a small local eatery that I have never had before. So I've come to Fat Annie's just behind me here, and I've got myself some loaded truffle fries. Now you might be thinking, loaded fries, that's not that weird. However, the challenge was to have something that I've never had before, and I have never tried truffle. So I'm quite interested to see what these actually taste like. So the truffle fries, bit disappointed, to be honest. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, they were good for fries, but like, were they truffly? Not really. I mean, everyone always goes on about how much of an intense flavour truffle is. Now, unless truffle tastes like mayonnaise, I couldn't really see it myself.
Do truffles taste like mayonnaise? I don't know, I've never tried it before, but definitely not worth £5. So challenge 1, bit of a letdown. Wasn't overly thrilled with the fries, but let's be honest, that's not AI's fault. It's because they didn't taste like truffle. But challenge 2 was to do a scavenger hunt. That was what AI asked us to do next. So I'm gonna get back onto ChatGPT, ask it for a few things to find along our scavenger hunt, and then we can get started. ChatGPT, you recommended that one of the challenges that I do whilst in Leeds was to do a scavenger hunt. Now I want you to give me 5 things to look for as I do this.
Sure thing. Here are 5 things you can look for during your scavenger hunt in Leeds. 1. A statue or monument in the city centre. 2. A unique piece of street art or graffiti. 3. A local cafe with outdoor seating. 4. A building with interesting architecture. 5. A local market stall selling handmade goods. Have a great time exploring.
There we go, so AI has given us our 5 things to find on our scavenger hunt. I've got the list on my phone, we'll stick them up on screen, we'll check them off as we go. Let's get started. These things for our scavenger hunt, I know some of these definitely shouldn't be too difficult to find. Pretty sure there's street art all around the city centre. There's definitely statues as well. Cafes with outdoor seating shouldn't be too difficult. And market stalls, I've actually just left the Trinity Market, so I might need to head back into there to go and find our market stall. And then, what was number 5? I forgot already. Building with interesting architecture. So we're gonna have to start looking up at this building because there's not that much interesting stuff that's going around on ground floor level. We're gonna have to make sure we're looking up at the sky to see if we can find something interesting. But I definitely think we can do this all within the city centre. So let's see what we can find. Cafe with outdoor seating. That's one done. I was just trying to get a picture of the inside of this building because I thought, in terms of our architecture, it was quite interesting. And one of the security guards actually came around and said to us that it used to be outside, which you can actually tell if you look up at the ceiling that these were actually outside buildings, and apparently they added the roof on in the 1990s and has now made it into like a shopping arcade. So I think that classifies as pretty interesting architecture. Statue or monument in the city centre, then we can check that one off. 3 down and 2 left to find. Need to find a market store selling handmade goods, so I'm going to head back to Leeds Trinity and see if there's any in there. I did manage to find a store that was selling handmade goods, but I was barely able to film it because I got in trouble for recording inside again. But I think I got a slight clip, so I'll just play that here now if I manage to get it. And if not, you'll just have to take my word for it. But even though I nearly got told off like a naughty schoolboy, I did manage to find a store selling something handmade, so that's number 4 of 5. And also in the market, there was some pretty cool street art that I managed to discreetly still manage to capture on film. So that's all 5 points of the scavenger hunt finished, and I think I deserve a prize for that. But it's not my decision that matters, is it? It is AI's, so let's ask ChatGPT. I have finished all 5 of the tasks for the scavenger hunt, and I think I deserve a little treat as a prize. What do you think?
You definitely deserve a treat. How about grabbing a pretzel or something similar to celebrate your achievement?
Sounds good to me. Guess we're off to get a pretzel. Luckily for me, it's a fantastic pretzel shop right here. Hey, can I get a cinnamon pretzel, please? Thank you. Got myself some pretzel bites. I'm going to sit down and have these, and then we're going to see what we're going to do next. The scavenger hunt actually took a lot longer than I was expecting it to, and I don't think I've got time to do the 3rd challenge that AI recommended now. But we'll see if we can come up with another idea that we can do in about 40 minutes. For the street art, I'm changing my answer. This is much fancier. In case it wasn't already obvious, I am in the gay part of Leeds. The best part of Leeds. Clearly, I am no longer in Leeds. In fact, I'm actually at home right now. To be completely honest, I totally lost track of time, and before I realised it, only had about 20 minutes to make it back to the train station to make my return journey. This is becoming a bit of a habit. In case you haven't realised, I'm really not good at being an organised person. I was fully prepared to film about the catch up and let you know what happened whilst I was on the train. That wasn't until I then fell asleep on the journey home. I feel like I'm really good at doing this YouTube thing. But overall, how has my 24 hours been controlled by AI gone? Honestly, don't think it's been too bad. I am someone that quite often struggles with making decisions, and so having something take that pressure off me for the day honestly was quite nice. Like even just the simplest things like deciding what to eat, where to go. I'm really not that good when it comes to making choices. So not having to think about any of that stuff for a whole 24 hours was quite nice. Did it do a bad job? No. Did it make some questionable decisions? Maybe. Would I do it again?
Probably not.